Welcome back, my name is Casey from Crochet with Casey, and I am going to be showing you today the basic stitches in US terminology of crochet. So I am going to be going over how to make a magic circle or magic ring, how to make a circle without using the magic ring with using just a chain, how to single crochet, how to half double crochet, increase, decrease, and slip stitch. And today I am also going to be using one of these, which is a Super 6 bulky weight yarn, and it's a Chanel yarn. If you are not comfortable using Chanel, because it is a little bit harder to work with, I definitely recommend using acrylic or cotton. In my opinion, acrylic's a little bit easier than cotton, especially easier on your hands. But if you are going to be using the Chanel yarn with me, make sure if it is a 6 bulky yarn, you want to be using a 5 to a 6.5 millimeter hook, just so your stitches are nice and tight and you have no holes. You can see though here for the recommended, it is saying that it wants an 8 millimeter hook. You need to go smaller, at least by 1 if not 2 to 3 hook sizes smaller than the recommended hook, just so you can have nice tight stitches and no holes in your amigurumi projects. But if you're making any clothing or blankets, it's totally fine to use the recommended hook. I also want to go over how we are going to be cleaning our amigurumi items, any crochet items in general. Hand wash, air dry, wash with cold water is the absolute best, or you can put it in a garment bag or a pillowcase and put it on gentle cycle in the washing machine. Just absolutely no dryer. This yarn especially hates heat. If you are using acrylic yarn, you can also use a lighter really quickly to cinch it up. Don't forget to check out the rest of my page so you can see the rest of the tutorials that I have on here that you can use with all of the stitches that we are about to go through. But let's get to it. Okay, so like I said earlier, I am going to be using Chanel yarn, and I am using my 5 millimeter hook. And first thing I am going to show you is how to make a chain. Also, I apologize, I have some Cheeto fingers. Okay, so the way that I do it is I'm just going to make a slip knot. So if you don't know how to do that, hold it like this, and then you want to bring the two together, kind of making the symbol. And then you can either grab it with your fingers or grab it with your hook, but you want to grab the one strand on the other side and then just pull tight, and that's it. Without the hook, you make that symbol, and then you can just push it through with your finger and then pull tight and then put your hook in it. So whichever way you guys are comfortable with, but that's how you cast on. And in order to do a chain, you are going to leave this is called our tail. We usually weave that in, and I will go into more detail about that later on. But you're just going to leave this alone. Like, act like it's not here, just leave it be. You can hold it if you'd want. I just personally leave it dangling. And in order to do a chain, you're going to yarn over with your yarn, and then you're just going to pull this one through this chain. So you're just going to hook it in, and then you're going to do that again. I like to personally hold this here. It's up to you, you don't have to. So this is the way without doing it. So you're just going to yarn over and do that again. So that was 2. So let's just go to 5. There's 3, yarn over, pull through, 4, yarn over, and pull through. So there's 5. So now we are going to be doing single stitches. So just to be a little bit easier on you, we are going to make a chain of 10. So do your little symbol, make your slip knot, and pull it tight. Okay, and so now we're going to chain 10. So you're going to yarn over and pull it through. That was 1. Yarn over and pull it through, which is 2. Yarn over and pull it through, which is 3. Yarn over and pull it through, which is 4, yarn over, pull it through, 5, yarn over, pull it through, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one for 10. Okay, so now from here I am going to show you, we are just going to make like a rectangle just so you can work with some of the stitches. So first stitch we are going to be doing is just the regular single stitch, and how we are going to start that is from the second chain from the hook, which if you're looking here, this is the first chain and that's the one our string, like our yarn is on, and then this little bump right here is the second one. You can see each individual of these little divots is a stitch. So working in the second stitch from the hook, we're going to do a single stitch. So we are going to insert our hook, so that's what it should look like, and then you're going to yarn over and pull it through just that one, not both. So you should have 2 little loops on your hook, and now you're going to yarn over again and pull it through both of those loops, and that is a single stitch. So we are going to do that all the way down just so we can get a little bit used to it. So insert it into the next stitch, you're going to yarn over and pull it through. Make sure that you still have 2 loops here, and then you're going to yarn over and pull it through. And so that was 2 single stitches that we just did. So we're going to do it again right here. We're going to look, see how you can see some more divots. We're going to insert our hook, make sure that there's 2 on there, then you're going to yarn over and only pull through that first one, and then yarn over and pull through that second one, and then insert your hook, yarn over and pull through just the first one, yarn over and pull through just the second one. So now we're going to continue doing our single stitches. So insert the hook, you are going to yarn over, pull it through just that one, and then yarn over and pull it through both. Another thing you'll notice is I do like to make sure that this isn't going to slip off the hook. I like to hold it on. Not everybody is like that. I have a bad habit of doing it because it does kind of like cramp in my finger, but it makes me feel better. So again, insert through your stitch, yarn over, pull it through just the first one, and then yarn over and pull it through the second one. So insert, yarn over, and then yarn over again. In this, we are only going to be having 9 single stitches instead of 10, just because when we turned that last chain we skipped over since we were technically already working in it. So for the last one, insert, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through both of them. So now we are going to chain 1 and turn. And this is great because now we're in the middle of our project and you're gonna know, like, we're not gonna do stitches or anything, we're just gonna do our chain. So you're going to yarn over like we did before and just pull through that one. And turning means you're just going to turn your project over. So now we are starting on the opposite, like it looks like we're starting on the opposite side again. We are going to go into a half double crochet stitch. Okay, so a half double crochet stitch is just a little bit longer than this single stitch, like lengthwise. And in order to do that, we are going to work from the second chain from the hook. So this is the first chain right here. See, we're already working in it. Now this one is the second chain, and we're going to go through this little loop right here. You can see like where all of them like bend are the little loops. So now for the half double crochet, you are going to yarn over like we are going to chain, but you're not going to chain. You're just going to yarn over and then insert through that stitch like we did with a single crochet. So you already yarned over, insert your hook. You should be here with 3 on your hook right now, and then yarn over and pull through again, just that 1. Do not pull through any more than that. And then you're going to yarn over again and then pull through all 3 of these loops, and that is a half double crochet. So we're going to do that again. You're going to yarn over, insert into that stitch, yarn over and pull through just that first stitch, so you have 3 on your hook, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 of them. We're going to continue this down the whole way. So that was 2, and we're going to have 9 by the end of this. So again, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through that stitch, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops. Again, yarn over, insert that hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through all 3. So now that's what it's looking like. If you can kind of tell, like the length of it is a little bit longer than it was before. So now you're going to yarn over, insert that hook, yarn over, and pull through all 3. So now yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through just that first one, and then yarn over and pull through all 3. And when you start to get a little bit more comfortable with it, you could just hold your yarn like I am, like this, so you don't have to make that motion every single time. I know it's a little lazy, but it will save you so much time and so much stress in your fingers. But right now, don't worry about it. So yarn over, and then here, this is where it can get a little bit tricky. When you're working in rectangles like this, it's a little bit easier to use a stitch marker. So we will use a stitch marker on this next one, and I can show you how to make a, we're going to use a makeshift stitch marker. So if you don't have one, don't worry about it. So as you can tell, that right here, that little loop is the one we're going to go into to make number 9. So we're going to insert our hook, and then pull through just that first one, insert, and pull through all 3. And now I kind of like to make this a little bit longer so I don't lose it, but that stitch that you see right here, that's the one we just made. And we're going to have a little stitch marker now. And makeshift stitch marker is just get any random string. If you don't have a stitch marker, it is a scrapped string. That was tough for me to say. And you're just going to insert it through. And so now we are going to do what we did before, and you're going to chain 1, so yarn over and pull through and turn. So now we know that we are going to be working in the second chain from the hook, which so happens to be that last stitch that we made. And now we already know where it is because we put in our stitch marker. So now we are going to be doing a double crochet. And again, a double crochet is just a little bit longer than the half double crochet, but a lot longer than the single stitch. So in order to do a double crochet, you're going to start out just kind of like the half double crochet by yarning over and inserting from the hook, or inserting into that stitch, which it's super nice that the stitch marker is here so we knew where it was. And then you're going to yarn over and pull it through just that one stitch. And then you're going to yarn over, and this is where it gets different than the half double crochet. You are only going to pull it through these first 2 loops. So after you yarned over, you're only going to go through those 2. So you should have 2 on here, and then yarn over and pull it through those 2. So that's a double crochet. So let's do that again. Yarn over, insert it in your stitch. Now yarn over, pull it through just that stitch, and then you're going to yarn over and pull it through the 2 front loops, and then again yarn over and pull it through the 2 back loops. So let's do it we're going to be doing it 9 times in total. So that was 2, so yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull it through just that 1 stitch, yarn over and pull it through those 2 stitches, and then do it again, yarn over and pull it through another 2 stitches. So that was 4, and now let's do it again. Just the first 2, and then the second 2. That was 5. Insert it in that first stitch, and then just the first 2, and then the second 2. And then insert it, yarn over and pull through, and then pull through the first 2, yarn over and pull through the second 2. So then you're going to yarn over, insert your stitch, pull through the first 2, yarn over and pull through the second 2, yarn over and insert your stitch, yarn over, pull through the first 2, and yarn over to pull through the second 2. And then last one, which is right here. Again, you're going to yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 of them, yarn over, pull through the last 2, and then that is it. If you can kind of see on our swatch that we made, you can see this is the chain. It ends right where my thumb is, because you can tell like when you pull it apart, it comes apart a little bit. And then there's our single crochet line. Again, when you pull it apart, you can tell there's a good little line there. That is our single crochet. Then you can pull that apart. This is our half double crochet. And then just look how much bigger our double crochet is compared to the other 2. It just elongates it and make it a little bit longer. But with that, it also has a little bit more holes. So it's not something you want to do a whole entire amigurumi, I believe is how you pronounce it, project with. You do want to use this stitch in some of them, but it is in a lot of clothes and blankets as well. Okay, so now we're going to go again, yarn over and pull through for our chain. So chain 1 and turn. This is going to be a slip stitch row. So you're going to insert the hook like you would with a single crochet, but instead of just pulling through this first one, you're going to pull through both. So you're going to yarn over and pull through both loops. This is a very, very small stitch, and you do not want to make a whole blanket with this. This is a mistake everybody does, but you do not want to make a whole blanket with this your first go around. So again, insert through the stitch, yarn over and pull through both. And that was 2. Insert through the stitch, yarn over and pull through both. So there's 3. Insert and pull through both. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, insert and pull through both, 8, and then last one, insert and then pull through both. And there is 9. Oops, trying to pull it apart so you can see how much wider this is. This one has so much lenient and so much pull compared to this slip stitch. It is super tight, as you can tell, and it is a great stitch to do. So now we're going to do our chain 1 and turn. So there's our chain 1 and turn. So now for this next one, we are going to be doing an increase. Just a regular increase. The rest will be in a different video for a little bit more advanced stitches. But for an increase, you're going to insert your hook. It's a little bit tight since we just did the single or the slip stitch. And then you're going to do a single crochet. So only yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over and pull through 2. And now for the increase is you're going to do another single crochet in the same stitch. So you're going to insert it back into the same stitch, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over and pull through. So now that is an increase. So we're going to be doing that 8 more times. And we're going to be ending with 18 stitches. So you're going to insert your hook, you're going to yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through. So there's our first one, and now let's, so there's our first one, and now we're going to do the increase and make our second one. Yarn over and pull through both. Insert, yarn over and pull through, insert, yarn over and pull through both. We're gonna keep going. Insert through the same one. And as you can see, this one is a lot more movable because it's kind of cinching it up and making a little wave. So again, insert your hook. Oh, I slipped out of that one. Insert your hook, pull through, and yarn over and pull through both. Now increase it to make another one. I honestly lost count, and I hope that we're on the right track. Keep going just all the way down. And now one more increase. So you're going to push it through, and there's one single stitch, and then a second single stitch to make that increase. And there is the increase. It's kind of like creating a little divot. And then you're going to chain 1 and turn. Chain 1 and turn. So now we are going to decrease. Since we increased the amounts of stitches, we are going to decrease the amount of stitches now. So in order to do that, you're going to insert your hook through that stitch and yarn over and pull through like we normally do. But from here, you're going to insert your hook through this stitch and then do the same thing, yarn over and pull through. So you should be in 2 different stitches with 3 loops on your hook. And you're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 of them. We're going to do that again. So go through 1 stitch, yarn over like we normally do, and pull through just that one. And then you're going to insert into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3. So again, insert your stitch into that stitch, and then yarn over and pull through, insert it into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through, and then you want to yarn over and pull through all 3. And you just want to keep going just so you can get the little hang of it with your hands, feel the little flow. Insert, yarn over, insert the next stitch, yarn over, and then you want to yarn over and pull through all 3. As you can see now, it doesn't have that wave anymore, but it is still very much movable because the last row we did was an increase row. And then this one's a little tricky because there still is one right there on the corner. We should have done our slip stitch, or our stitch marker. I apologize. And then that is it. That's how much decreases. You should be back to this. And then the cool thing about that now is it does still kind of like flip through just because of that increase in there. So our chain, our single stitch, our half double crochet, our double crochet, then we did our slip stitch, and then we did our increase, and then we did our decrease. That is all of the stitches that I was going to be showing you in this video, but before we go ahead and end it, I want to show you 2 more things. The first thing being is color changing. So for color changing, let's do our chain 1 and turn. And we are going to do our single crochet. So, like you remember before. And then do another single crochet, but don't loop it the last time and pull through. So you're just going to insert your hook and you're going to stop right here. And you're going to grab your other color now, and you can either do that symbol and make your slip knot, which I think is pointless for right now because it's so much easier to just fold it over like this and pinch it together. So much easier. And now you're going to pull through just like we would with the other color. And something to save you time is if you crochet over the strands as we go. It might be a little bit hard for you right now since you are beginning. So you can always just skip this step and weave in at the very end, which is just taking and putting this either on a hook or on your darning needle. On a hook or on your darning needle, and then just weaving it in and out of the stitches. But it's so much easier to just pull it like this as flush as you can to the top without going over on this side. And then you want to insert your hook and do a single crochet with the new color. And then you can see right here the string isn't there. So we're going to do another single crochet, so insert the hook and then push this down, yarn over and pull through. Do another single crochet, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. One more single crochet in this color, but we're going to stop and do another color change. So you're going to pull through and stop, and now you're going to pick this color up, yarn it over, and pull it through. And now finish your next single crochet, just so you can get the hang of it, and you can see what we did. That is it. That's how you color change. You can see that one little strand is not there. If you could find it too, you can pull it tight as well, but I think that one is pretty good and weaved in there. Again, like I said, if You don't want to do that if it's a little bit too hard. You can weave it in afterwards, which weaving it in, you want to do it on its color only. You don't want to like do this color over here because it's going to look weird. But you could always insert your hook through the some stitches and pull it through. But doing it this way, you are going to have to do it quite a lot so it doesn't move. It's just easier yarning over it the other way. So again, just pull through. You want to bring it to the other side, pull it through, and this is just weaving it in. And then you want to go through some of these stitches and pull it through. Like it's a process when you could have just let it go, you know what I mean? But nonetheless, whatever is easier for you right now is easier for you right now. Okay, so just 2 more things we are going to be learning in this video, and the first thing is super easy. It is called frogging. Frogging is when you just get rid of whatever you made. So if it's with the Chanel yarn, you are going to kind of have to guide it a little bit. I either try to tug it like this and let it go this way if it's not budging. Oh, I thought it wasn't budging. Okay, let's pretend it's not budging. You can help guide it with your finger here by lightly taking it. Otherwise, like just kind of lightly do what I'm doing and like tap it a few times. It should go pretty well. Sometimes the yarn is a little bit hard to work with after frogging. As you can see, like you can see some flaws in the string now. Sometimes it's way worse than that. We're probably going to get down to the bottom and it's going to be awful, but that is okay. Here we go. We're going to help guide it through. And then all the way to the bottom. So now here, if you end up with these, I honestly just put that in my jar for stuffing. Because it's not really usable very much anymore. Okay, so first we're just going to do the magic circle so you can see it. And how you're going to do that is you're going to pinch between these 2 fingers and you're going to create an X on these 2 fingers. So go up a little bit like this and then an X. And then you can either drop it, but I like the tension, so I hold it in between these fingers and just like this. So underneath, this is what it looks like, and then you want this X on top. And now that you're here, you're going to put your hook in between your 2 fingers in the crack and under both of the yarn. And now you're going to take this one that's on the top and you're going to pull it through, just like we did with the slip knot. And then you're going to take that same thread or that same string that we just pulled through and you're going to pull it through that loop that you have on your hook. And that is a magic circle. We are going to actually work into the magic circle just so you know how to close it and continue to do the rest like we did before. So to do a single stitch in the magic circle, you are only going to be going over this one string. So you're going to insert your hook through the circle, yarn over, pull through like a normal stitch, yarn over, and pull through. So that's a normal single crochet. I do like to let this tail go now. And then again, let's do 6 single crochet. So again, go through that magic circle, yarn over and pull through that magic circle, yarn over and pull through. So that was 2. Yarn over, pull through. For 3, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through for 4. 5 and 6. So now we are here. Make sure you undid your little tail and you're going to pull it tight. With acrylic and cotton, you can literally just essentially go like this. With Chanel, it doesn't work as well as that. So I help guide each individual stitch over, and then I kind of help it through. As you can see, my yarn is kind of already tearing a little bit. If I can get that single stitch up over the little tuft of yarn like I did, I will pull it through. If not, I will try again, or I will do that makeshift magic circle. So that is it. That is our circle right here. And now to work in rounds, that is your stitch, and you can see through all of the bumps. So there's 1, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So before I end the video, we're just going to do our increases that we learned, and we are going to do 6 increases. So we're going to be ending with 12 stitches, but let's just focus on the increases right now. So you're going to insert, yarn over, and pull through to do your normal single crochet, and then add in another one. And this is where I kind of like to let off for a second, and that's the second one, and here's the first one. So we know that is our first stitch. Get your either stitch marker or makeshift stitch marker and pull it through, so we know we are not going to be crocheting into that again. So that was 2, or that was 1 increase. So you're going to insert your hook, do your increase. That was 2 increases. Or if you want to count by 4 single stitches, either way works. Yarn over and pull through. And I'll do another one to make an increase. So that was 3. I personally do count by single crochet in here and not by how many increases. So I normally count to 12. But if you want to count the other way, that is totally fine. So that was 1, 2, 3, that was 4 increases. Insert. Here is 5 increases. Insert, and this is our last increase. And there you have it. You just worked in a magic circle. I personally love this way. I think this way is so much easier in my opinion, but a lot of other people have problems. So let's get into how to make a circle without a magic circle, because this is going to take you some practice. Okay, so how to make a circle without a magic circle. I cannot remember what it's called, and I apologize. I will be putting it right here in the video. But you are going to do your slip knot that we made. So you're going to make that symbol, and then you're going to pull it tight. So there's our slip knot. And then now you are going to chain 2. So if you remember, that's where you yarn over and pull through. And then yarn over and pull through. So that is 2 times. So now second chain from the hook, which would be the first one, because this is chain 1, and then this is chain 2. You can kind of tell in the little bumps that are here. This little bump has this string, this yarn in it, and then there's a little bump right here as well. And then that is our hole that we're going to be working in. So from here, that is it. Essentially. So to make the circle is whatever the pattern is asking for, you are going to only be working in this chain. So whether if it's like 5 single stitches, you're going to be doing all 5 single stitches in this chain. So just for the sake of the video, let's do 3 single stitches. So you're going to insert your hook like we did before. You're going to yarn over, pull through only once, and then yarn over and pull through both of them. So that was 1, Now you're going to insert it in the same hook, or in the same circle. You're going to pull through, yarn over and hook it through once, and then yarn over and hook it through both. And now one more time, you're going to insert it in the same circle, or in the same stitch, and then you're going to yarn over, hook it through once, and then hook it through both. And then that is the makeshift, or however it's called, again it will be here below, magic circle. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe, and comment below what other stitches you would like to be seen, and make sure you check out the rest of my page so you can see all of my tutorials that I already have.